Story time. So today I'm going to be talking about the time that I got my very first tattoo. So for those of you who don't know, I am absolutely obsessed with body art and body art culture. As you can see, right now I currently have 20 tattoos. I'm almost fully sleeved on this arm, and I have a bunch of tattoos on my legs as well. But like everyone else, I had to start somewhere. So when I was 18, of course, I really wanted a tattoo. But at the time, I had just moved out of my house and out of my parents' house, and I was working at McDonald's. So I did not have very much money or anything. I couldn't get one when I first turned 18. And so I just, kind of waited. When I was 19, one of my very good friends turned 18, and she wanted to get a tattoo for 18th birthday. She called the shop, and the shop originally gave her a quote of like $80 for what she wanted. But when she got there, they told her that what she wanted had more detail than they thought it would have, so it was actually going to be $140, so she couldn't afford it. So she was kind of bummed out and stuff. And I, of course, being the wonderful mastermind that I am, I suggested looking on Craigslist for a tattoo artist. Now, here's a disclaimer. Do not ever get a Craigslist tattoo, okay? Just never do it. It's a bad idea. And now that I've gotten into the whole body art community and culture and stuff, I realize that it's not good, because usually people on Craigslist are what they call scratchers, which means they're not professional tattooers who have been doing it for a while and stuff. So don't do it. But I did, so it was my lovely idea, let's look up an artist on Craigslist. So my friend started looking them up, and we found someone, and so we called him, and she asked how much it would be for the tattoo she wanted, and he said that he would do it for super cheap. And then me and my friend Hannah, who originally couldn't afford tattoos, we were like, well, maybe we could afford them if it's from this guy off Craigslist, because it'll probably be cheaper. So then we asked her to ask him how much he would charge for tattoos for us too, and he said $20 for all of us to get tattoos. So we were super excited, because we were like, $20 tattoos, are you at his address? And we started driving over there, and then kind of the reality of the situation, I think, settled in, oh shit, we just agreed to get a tattoo from someone off Craigslist. What are we doing? That's not a good idea at all. We went into his house, and he lived with 5 other people. We didn't even know who these people were at all, and it was super awkward. And mind you, it was just us 3 girls by ourselves going to this guy's house, and me and my friend Hannah were 19, our other friend was just turned 18, so we were young girls. And so we kind of started to realize this was a bad idea. We should not have done this. Who does this? Normal people don't do this. But we were here, and so he was oh, right this way, into his garage where he has his little tattoo setup thing. We decided, since it was my friend's birthday and she was the one who wanted to get a tattoo originally, we were we'll let you be the guinea pig. We'll let you go first. We were you gotta get your tattoo first, and if it looks absolutely terrible, then we just won't get ours. So she agreed. She was okay, fine, whatever, I'll go first. And he did a tattoo on her back. It was a little bomb, with the fuse. And so he did it, and it looked fine, and we were kind of okay, that looks good. I mean, and he wasn't weird or disrespectful or anything. He was actually super nice and super. We were feeling a little more confident, a little more comfortable. We were so okay. Then I decided to go, and I wanted the tattoo on my foot. That foot tattoos were really painful, but I was it can't be that big of a deal. So I was is it super painful on the foot, or is it kind of in between, is it okay? And he was oh, it's not that bad on the foot at all, it'll be fine. And I was okay, cool. And so then he started, and I was oh my gosh, this is painful. I was this is so painful. And then he was yeah, I lied, the foot actually hurts a lot. And I was well, thanks for that, Mr. Craigslist Tattoo Man. But they're not unbearable. I mean, obviously, if you get tattooed on your elbow or your knees, that's gonna hurt worse. So if you want a foot tattoo, just cowboy up and get one anyway. It is painful, but it's worth the pain in the end, as long as you have a good artist. If you have a bad artist, then the pain might be worth it. But actually, our Craigslist tattoo artist turned out to not be such a bad artist. The tattoo done on my foot, and I was trying to like kick him in the face the whole time he was doing the tattoo. My leg kept jerking, and he was like, I need you to just sit still, I need you to just sit still. And I was like, I can't, okay, because it's painful. But I got it done, and then my last friend, Hannah, got her tattoo done, and she got a little dream catcher, and I'll show you guys the tattoo that I got. My very first tattoo. It actually didn't come out too bad. I don't regret it at all. I love that tattoo just because, you know, it represents me so much as a person. Peace, love, and music is what I'm all about. So, yeah, no regret for me at all. But definitely, to anyone watching, be careful about where you get your tattoo and be smart about it. And so subscribe to my channel for more tattoo videos and music videos and all that kind of good stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story time.